We've been here so many times, and you still stand in awe at the size of this place. We're at AT&T Stadium. Welcome to Arlington, Texas. Straight ahead is what should be a very entertaining matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Dallas Cowboys. Teed up, Brandon Aubrey out for the kick. And here we go from AT&T Stadium. This return starts at the 5. And he'll break the 15, but not get much further. Tough field position to start this one out. Let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. Here's Travis Etienne on the ground. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
I'm red. Hey, I'm going.
They go play action. Lawrence. Caught. Nice game left side. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. He picks up 28 on the play. And the Jaguars have a 1st down.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45.
Hey, here we go.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Finding Brown back-to-back plays. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. So 20 yards on that play. And that's good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback. And the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Sink right. Hey, here we go.
Here's Etienne on 1st down. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Hey, go. Hey, Jupiter.
Off the play action, it's Lawrence. The grab in bounds left side. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. They get 19 on that pickup. And the Jaguars have a 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Now Lawrence on the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown. The Jaguars drop 80-plus yards and take a 6-0 lead. All right, partner, 1 drive in, and we can say it's this guy's been perfect. 4 passes, no incompletions, and that touchdown to end it.
And you and I both know that incompletion will come eventually. Might not arrive for a while, man. That offense was humming on their opening drive, and they can't wait for their second bite.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And it didn't look like he was seriously considering a return there, did it? So that touchback going to come out to the 35. At their own 35-yard line. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Milton. Has it downfield, working the left. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
And the Cowboys, first down. 1st and 10 at the 49 Broncos.
Here's Milton, 1st and 10. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up 2nd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
18 Cardinal.
Milton going to throw again here, 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect there, incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Those windows over the middle, the congestion, just the mass of people. If you're not on time and on target, you're not going to find a completion, especially on that down and distance.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
19 Tiger.
3rd and long, they're going to throw. He's got it, complete to Pickens. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Bronco leading.
Shotgun snap here to Milton. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's a sack on 1st down. We'll see if it changes the play they go with now on 2nd.
Well, we're already seeing his legs going to be a factor in this contest. But I'll tell you what, Kate, if pressure's going to be on him like that, he's going to have to put his running back cape on and really use his ability to escape and keep things moving forward.
70 Timberwolves. 7 Pirates.
Throwing now, Milton. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Really had to find a way to get that short completion because now you're staring at 3rd and extra long, and that's a place no QB in this league wants to be.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down.
Come on. Set. Bronco leading.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Jaguars take over on his 5th interception of the season. Jaguars in a good starting spot here, coming up on 1st and 10. Here's ETN to begin the drive. He'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. I'm an aggressive call on 2nd.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. On play action now, Lawrence. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Well, he'd been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yeah,
And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Red on red.
They'll throw 3rd and long. And there's a man there. It's Marquise Bell making the play. And the Cowboys take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. That would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion. I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
Shaking off the pit quickly, he's going to throw. This one caught by C.D. Lamb. Has room into the secondary. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Dallas! The Cowboys parlay the interception into points. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. All right, Brock, take me inside the helmet of a quarterback here. As you're laying there after taking that hit, are you asking your linemen? Are you listening to the crowd? What are you doing to find out if you made the connection?
Yes, and yes, and yes to all of that. You're listening to the crowd. That's kind of your first indicator as you're laying there. That roar, what is it? Is it a touchdown? Is it a pick? And then your buddies let you know right away as they pick you off the ground, and that is a hit you will take for 6 every time.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Here's a return from the 7. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10.
11.
Lawrence now off the play action. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete.
Quarterback with his renounce, Kate, I'm not surprised at all to see him throw it into double coverage early. And that incompletion was just going to fuel his confidence that much more to keep forcing it.
Once again here, 2nd and 10. Able to find Strange here. And they're going to get to him right along that midfield stripe, Brock, as he's sent out. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
1st down throw, Lawrence finds him over the middle. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Okay, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Shamar James makes the play. And the Cowboys are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Well, we all remember they were able to turn that first interception into a touchdown, and now they get a chance to do it again.
Yeah, takeaways are A1. We know that. Every defensive preaches it, but when you could score off those turnovers, points off takeaways, that often leads to huge results for your team.
And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Headed in reverse so far. Time to shift into drive. Here's 2nd and 14. A 3rd down run with Blue. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
3rd and long for him here. Got a lot behind this one. This has been a trend. Yet another interception. Travis Hunter reels in the pick. And the Jaguars have it now on his 8th pick of the year.
You know what? With yet another interception, you know what it might be time to do, Kate? Just run the ball. Run it.
Stars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball. Left side. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with though here. They got 2nd down.
That's a pretty cool look right there of the kind of coverage you're going to see when you play man-to-man. On that down and distance, you've got to be sharp on the outside. That DB certainly was.
Second and 10, still at the 28. Inside handoff goes to Etienne. And that's not what the offense dialed on. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. Lawrence facing 3rd and long. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Ernest Jones with the pick. And the Cowboys are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Cowboys just about set. Here comes 1st and 10.
70 range, 70 range.
Back to work after throwing the pick. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. The intended target there was CeeDee Lamb. And it sets up 2nd down. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock. But down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards of it.
Pressure coming, and they take him down. And the sack forces a now tougher 3rd down.
Get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our caps to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
Got to figure out this 3rd down here.
Go! 70.
Milton back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive.
There are a couple different ways now you can win on a fly route. You can just run right by somebody, or you can use that big body, try to win a one-on-one matchup. Whichever way you go about it, this is the type of upside this route can provide.
This one is up and good. And the Cowboys take the lead here, 14-7 in the 1st. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. Good work so far. He's got room. And in great shape after that return. He's across the 35 before going out. Chance here for one final play before the end of our quarter.
Easy. Red on red.
On the ground to begin this drive with Etienne. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. So we're through one. It's a 14-7 game. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Back for the 2nd quarter. It's Jaguar football. They have 2nd down behind the sticks.
Easy. Route. 11.
Etienne again. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Tackle made by Ernest Jones. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. Into the hands of his running back, Etienne. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Offensive line fast.
A gain of 6 yards.
4th down. Here's Lawrence. To the left side, complete. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. What a time to rip off that type of gain, huh? Gets him a first on 4th down.
I think every quarterback around the world would agree, Kate. You love throwing a short pass to a tight end and then give that guy a chance to show off his speed in the open field. He outruns defense to make it a much bigger gain.
And no look there, and that throw falls to the ground. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he was showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there can be more interceptions.
Sticking in the air with Lawrence. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Marquise Bell making the play. Well, just when you think things can't get any worse, Brock, I am not sure what you call it, because I don't think I've ever called it 4 straight drives ending in an interception.
Oh, as a former QB, Kate, I know exactly what to call this. A nightmare! 4 pick games are a rarity, and you never see it happen on consecutive drives. And at this point, listen, hey, offensive coordinator, play caller, run the ball. And I mean run the ball.
And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it. Offense in the hurry up here.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Give on second here to Blue. Good pickup, and he's denied that first down. The stop comes at the 32-yard mark.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient, he was explosive, he got a nice little gain on the ground.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. That's Flamore, he's got it. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Dallas first down.
The nice thing about a drag route is it works versus zone. You can find that soft spot and get a completion, but they can be very effective when you got an excellent route runner running away on that drag route from man coverage.
In the zone read, they hand it to Blue. Still going inside the 35. And he can't get there, but what a game. Down to the goal line, he's pushed out just a couple yards short. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
What an injection of momentum for the offense on that play. With the energy boost and a much shorter field, I predict it's not going to be long, Kate, till they finish this series off.
Here we go, set.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal.
You see that sweep blown up before it gets to the outside, you know defensively, tremendous anticipation. But even more, better execution.
Ready? Tap the 60, tap the go.
Out of the gun, it's Milton. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the run. Tackled on the play by the rookie out of Ole Miss.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Unlock right, unlock down.
Blue. And they stop it with just a 1-yard gain. That's going to make it 4th and short. Offense in the hurry up here.
A gain of a yard. It's now 4th and goal.
Blue running to the right. And he's in for the touchdown. The Cowboys parlay the interception into points. Well, they took a gamble, and it paid off with a touchdown on 4th and goal.
And to do it on the ground at that, that's a confidence builder. Confidence builder for the big guys up front. Confidence builder for the running back to win at the line of scrimmage. And frankly, Kate, a confidence builder for this fan base that loves coaches being aggressive and going for it on 4th down.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10. At their own 31-yard line.
set of downs for him from the 31.
Hey, run!
Lawrence with it on first. Connects on the crosser. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. Offense up to the line fast.
Jaguars, first down.
Throwing on first down, Lawrence. And pass caught by Strange. And this is going to get them all the way into the red zone. He's taken down at the 13-yard line. They get 23 on that one. And that's good for a Jacksonville first down.
Let's go.
Working quickly here.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Jaguars.
From the red zone on first. He brings it in. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars make it a one-score game in the first half. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Little tacks on the extra point. And the Jaguars chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Jaguars, 14.
Just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. His effort's going to get him to that 32-yard line before he's taken down.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
19 tight, 19 tight, 19 Tiger, 19.
Shotgun snap here to Milton. Makes the connection. This is Jaden Blue. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
So after plenty of scoring already, we have reached the 2-minute warning. Cowboys with the lead here at AT&T. First down from the 42.
Deputy! Deputy Lion!
Now Milton to throw. Oh no, they get him yet again! Jamel Dean makes the play. And this is going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Kate, I know you've listened to me over the years praise and compliment offenses to just not go away from success. If you're running it well, keep running it. If you're throwing it, keep throwing it. Don't go away from it. Well, this defense, they're not going away from the pressure. And you see the dividends it's paid this time all the way for 6 points.
That one right down the middle. And the Jaguars tie this game at 21. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot.
Okay.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45.
Let's go. Steady.
Blue here from the pistol. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play. Cowboys have to get moving here. Clock's still running. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
Here we go. Shot.
He gets the hands out. He's not able to escape. The zone read doesn't work. It's going to cost him a couple of yards, too.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense.
Jaguars are there. He's hauled down. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up fourth down. Here's Brian Anger, famously taken in the third round by the Jags back in 2012 on to punt. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. They found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10.
Hey, let's go.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now they face second down.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long. But finally, this defense has an answer.
Lawrence trying again on second. He's going to loft one deep to the left. He's got it inside the 25. And they are finally able to get to him and touch him down, but damage already done as they pick up that first down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You've got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
Kate, I got to believe he hearkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Hey, easy. Route. Done. They say cut.
Back to the air. Lawrence escapes the pocket. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
I'll give this quarterback credit. He bought as much time as he could, but eventually, the only option left was to throw it away.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Hey,
To the air on third and long. And they pick him up again. Ernest Jones with the pick. And the Cowboys get the football as he makes his third interception of this season. Well, how quickly things can change. They were looking so good just a couple of plays ago, and suddenly, not anymore. Red zone look comes up empty with that interception.
I think the pressure got to him there, Kate. And I don't even mean all those pass rushers, although they were certainly coming too. I mean the pressure of being third down in the red zone. That's where you got to slow yourself down as a quarterback and know you've got to simply protect the football.
Milton gonna throw again here, second and 10. Finds the in route complete. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. Now Dallas is gonna call its second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
ready.
First and 10 from the 32.
Street. 19, 18. Mustang 19.
Milton out of the pistol here. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it'll be second down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Second and 10 now from the 32 after the incompletion.
Ready. 19 Tiger. Let go.
Sticking to the air here. Finds a seam down the middle. And they limit the damage after the catch, but the catch itself does get them to the opposing 43. Final timeout taken by the Cowboys. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. First and 10 from the 43. Here's Milton. This one's reeled in downfield by Ferguson. Given 24 yards on that one. And that'll be good for a Dallas first down.
Wow, certainly found the weak spot in the coverage with that catch. Really goes to show they trust every single player, receiver, running back, in that case tight end, to be a playmaker in this offense. Okay, that's just an excellent play call to get a chunk of yards and set up that field goal before halftime. Job well done.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. Return coming from the 6. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. Turpin with a return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10.
Hey, check that.
Handoff running left. It's Blue. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11.
Let's go.
Shotgun snap. He'll give to Blue. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Come on. Hey, ready.
Hilton now on 3rd down. He splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he needed a little more room to reach that line. The stop is made in time. That brings up 4th down.
But it's 4th down.
70 range, go.
He'll throw it. And they got home. Sacked him on 4th down. We've got a turnover on downs, and the defense takes over in plus territory.
Well, this play never had a chance between the pressure at home and the coverage downfield. QB still got to find a way to throw it up and give somebody an opportunity to make a play.
Has it at the 7. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into 1st and goal. So the hurry up here.
11.
They'll run. ETN. He's able to manage a couple on that run. Looking quickly here. Lawrence throwing here. And he brings it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars grab the lead on their first series of the half. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
That's up and through for the point after. And the Jaguars take a 4-point lead. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Turpin with a return. And he stopped on the run back to the 27. Cowboys just about set. Here comes 1st and 10. On the give, it's Blue. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
And the Cowboys, 1st down. 1st and 10.
Going to the ground again on 1st. Solid run in here. That's 9 yards as he brings up 2nd down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Here's the backup. First throw. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First and 10 now from the 46. Dak off the play fake. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. Offense to the line fast.
A 7-yard loss brings up third down.
Go to 54, go to 54, wide.
Third and long, Prescott. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. The Cowboys setting out their punting unit. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. And that gets out of bounds down inside the 20. Looks to be at about the 17-yard line.
They're on the 17-yard line.
All right, going empty as they come to the line. It's first and 10.
Hey, easy, route. Here we go.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. Cowboys closing in, and they get to him.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Guys, man, that's Brown again. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. That one nabs him 33 yards and a new set of downs, too.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Looking for his wide receiver there. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's cruising speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Hey, Jupiter. Here we go.
Second and 10. Here's Lawrence. Lays out left side and gets it. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
That's one of those plays, Kate, where every position on the offense gets a gold star. They all did their job, enough protection to allow the quarterback time to find his receiver, who went all the way from the right side of the field to the left side of the field to do some damage.
No luck finding his receiver that time.
Why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
No luck on first down. Here's second and 10.
Hey, Lion.
Sticking to the air with Lawrence. Connects on the crosser. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, first and 10. Again, it's Lawrence to throw. He had it for a moment, but a quick defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And now it's second down.
Sink, whip, 23. Hey, Soko.
Throwing again. Here's Lawrence. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Okay, this defense finally setting up, ripped up that script. They have seen him be way too productive. Time to start fighting him for every single throw.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down.
Hey, easy, route.
Here he goes, third and long. He's got Brown. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars now lead by 10.
Quarterback, receiver, yeah, they'll get the credit. Those numbers and those stats, they're theirs. But that play happens, Kate, because the big guys up front give them enough time to make it happen. From one side of the field to the other, bingo.
That one splits the uprights. And the Jaguars drive their lead to 11. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And it looks like he's going to opt not to bring this one out. So they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 35. To the line come the Cowboys. Good starting spot here. 1st and 10. First down. Here's Dak. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Has him on the quick hitter. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a Dallas first down. Offense in the hurry up here.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. Greg Newsome has it. And the Jaguars will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
1st and 10 coming up. Jaguars ready to take advantage of some good field position they've got here.
Let's go.
They'll give this up the middle to Etienne. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number one is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
This fight good enough to gain about 4. It's 3rd down. Offense in the hurry up here.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd.
Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. He puts some air under it deep down the left. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. On his Little for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jaguars push their lead to 18. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And he takes a knee in the end zone for a touchback.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line. 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Makes the grab in bounds offside. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. How about a big hitter? 30, 40 yards there and a new set of downs. Offense up to the line fast. Throwing on first is Prescott. Finds him on the crossing route. They're going to have 1st and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Back-to-back big plays have them all set up. 1st and goal here.
Yeah,
He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And in he goes for the Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, Ken. Kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. And they're whistling for a stop here. That's one of the Cowboys who's in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Finds him over the middle. He's going to be stopped right around the 37. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Jaguars have a 1st down.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on it. And then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
This is ETN. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mocked up, too. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 37-yard line.
They go right back to ETN. He's brought down after a solid gain on what's going to be the final play of the quarter. We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. The Jaguars have the football. They're going to be up a couple of scores as we start our 4th quarter. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
11.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. He lofts one deep, center of the field. And he brings it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars making a 3-score game in the 4th. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket. But sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
Little able to connect on the point after. And the Jaguars push their lead to 18.
Cowboys 31. Cam Little to kick off.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Turpin with a return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Up the middle, Blue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive. Working quickly here.
At the 36-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd.
Going with Blue here. And that short gain is enough for a new set of down. And goes to the hurry up here. First and 10, Prescott. Finds a seam down the middle. And this is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
Prescott on 1st and 10. Short pass brought in. And he's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that'll be good for a Dallas 1st down.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
From the red zone now. His shot to the end zone is incomplete.
QBs, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Dak. Coming near the goal line. He's right up next to that first down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Some early movement on the left side there, but was he the first to go, or was he provoked? So the false start makes this a far tougher call now. 3rd and 6. Now it's Prescott again. On the move, headed right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys get it back to within 2 possessions. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. For the point after, here's Aubrey. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cowboys make it an 11-point ball game.
49. Cowboys 38. Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Fields this one at the 3. This makes it up to the 25.
Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10.
Hey, easy, route. Go, hot. 30 left.
On play action now, Lawrence. Lofts it deep right side. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. And the Cowboys have some new life in the 4th.
Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Dallas getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10.
Yeah! 26.
Play action, Prescott. Blitz is there, and he goes down. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
13.
Looking quickly here. Dak now from the gun. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. Looked well downfield for that one. All he found was a waiting defender to knock it away. 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd down and 13.
Yeah, here we go. Right there. 47. And 47. Check.
Third and long for him here. Trying to connect with Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Travis Hunter. And the Jaguars are going to take over after his 9th interception of the season.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. Throw right side, caught by Thomas. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on the drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, get the quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Looking for his wide receiver there. And that leaves him with 3rd and short.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
All right, let's go.
Etienne on 3rd down. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. That's good for a couple of yards. And that's good for a Jacksonville first down.
Jaguars first down. 2 yards on the play.
Easy. Read him. 24. Hey, Lyle. Here we go.
Now it's Lawrence. He finds Brown, right side. He's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. Second down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
13 loose. Rip.
Now Lawrence on the play fake. And he brings it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars have likely locked up the win right there.
Touchdown, Jacksonville.
All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Turpin with a return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Cowboys just about set. Here comes first and 10.
Go to 54. Go to 54. Why?
Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. This one's reeled in downfield by Ferguson. And they had somebody there for that quick stop, but a nice completion gets him across midfield. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down. Moving quickly, trying to get set. On first down, it's Blue. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got second and 11. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Brings up second and 11 at the 50-yard line.
A third down run with Blue. That second down run is only going to manage a yard. Third down, line to gain, 9 yards out.
54. Why? Here we go. 47. Why? Here we go. 46. 46. Then we're going to 53. 26.
To the air on third and long. He's going deep this time. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
Down the field, he's got Lamb. And into the end zone he goes for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys get it back to within 2 possessions. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. His third through the air this game.
I know you got a mixture looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, as he just made him pay.
56, Cowboys 45. Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. All right, so we'll get this up to about the 30 before he goes out of bounds.
Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
All right, there's going to be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
Hey, Ron.
First and 10, it's Lawrence. This is Brown, and he's got it downfield. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. So So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Has a man downfield. This is Washington. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
34 yards. That's another Jaguars first down.
Hey, lock.
They're going to pass it here. And he brings it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars make it a 3-score game in the 4th. Right on the edge of the goal line for 1st and goal, and I don't know about you, partner, but that surprised me that they just threw it in. Nope. And that one is no good. Didn't even come very close to sneaking that one in, so leave that score as is.
How many heads I gotta take to level my aesthetics? Hurry up and get your muscle up. We up the plyometric. Ran up by the Luxemessa up the highest metric. The city just made a sweet. We was diabetic.
Well, probably still thinking about that missed extra point, partner, but he's got to move past it quick as he gets forward to send this one away. Turpin with a return. There he goes on the right side. And he had everybody thinking 6 before they finally got to him and put an end to it.
Dude, I know what you were waiting for and what I was waiting for, and that was that official to raise his hand. I think we all assumed that was going to be taken to the house. It wasn't, but it could be in pretty short order because this offense now set up for some serious success.
And he makes the play at full extension. That's a touchdown. The Cowboys get it back to within 2 possessions. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. His 4th total score of the game. For the point after, here's Aubrey. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys cut the lead down to 10.
62. Cowboys 52. Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. On the return, this is Etienne. And decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Bronk. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
You just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Cling to that lead and find a way to convert this 3rd down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
To the sideline it goes. He makes the play. Pass caught. Both feet are down. It's a great pickup. 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route. And then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield. Well, we saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. The Cowboys signaling for their 1st time out. 4 guys out wide. Here we go, 3rd and long.
red, on red.
Third
Hey,
and
Ginger,
14.
take back.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Completed over the middle. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
Hey, Don, this is hot. Here we go.
Here we go on 4th. Lawrence. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Kobe Bryant has it.
That throw has got to be the last we've seen of him this contest. I'm just not sure how they leave him in when the defense is clearly all over whatever he's trying to throw. The amount of frustration he is feeling is only going to lead to additional miscues. Please, for the love of God, take this man out. That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Here, Prescott. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Jamel Dean makes the play. And the Jaguars are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Jaguars in a good starting spot here, coming up on 1st and 10.
On the red. 11. Go. It's hot. 11.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Got his man. That's Brown again. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. Officials signaling for a timeout, and with 5 seconds remaining, just one last play left in this one.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, Jacksonville.
They'll come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, Ron. Hey, Phil. Don, this is hot. Easy. Read him. 24. Go. Let's go.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. Finding Brown back-to-back plays. And he's going to be chased down about a step before that goal line. Well, Brock, wouldn't have affected the outcome, but what an effort defensively all the way to the end.